Good morning. It's August the 5th. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to MessyMocha. I've got a question for you. If you missed it last night, the little clip on Station Head, would you like to hear the replay? I put it up, then I take it down. So it's just so that I can give my commentary. Some of you haven't even received your notification just yet. So whether or not I'm going to, stay on for Messy Mocha is really going to depend on whether or not you want to go over to Station Head and listen to perhaps why, which I didn't realize. Now I can see why the undercurrent with maybe what's going on about the letter, and why there might be a little undercurrent with the other content creator. I started listening. Okay, so I see you guys coming in. I see Vicky Black. Good morning. Good morning. So, a couple of you that emailed said you missed it from last night. Fair use commentary. Fair use commentary. So, when I go on Station Head, if I'm going to be on Station Head while on YouTube, maybe simultaneously, if I'm not going to come back right away, which would mean like, something like 10 minutes, then I probably want to just go on Station Head. And I feel like that this morning because I'm processing the video from last night and I'm doing some other things, but I could listen to the beginning of the video, which starts talking about, I guess she's getting it off her chest about rich. Now, what do you guys call rich? Do you just say rich? Okay, Lomax. Good morning. Good morning, Angie Green. I see you. Sharon, Plotter, Vicky. So that's enough. How many of you would like to go over to Station Head while I am listening to the beginning of that video? Because now it makes more sense. I tell you what I did. Okay. So I thought, like, why this undercurrent with Rich? Well, I played one of his videos, or not, not live. I just started listening because I wanted to figure out why. It's because, I think, it's because Rich was on Station Head before, I guess, he came to YouTube, and he was doing really well. This would have been before Shandava went on Station Head. I call Sean Davy Way Shandava. Okay. So, so because Danielle is aligned with Shandava, and Shandava or whatever, the little bit of a rift between Shandava and Rich, now I get it. Does that make sense? Now I get it that she would have this undercurrent for Rich. Yes. hmm Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Sharon says yes. I didn't know that. No. I'm like, why is she calling, him not black, and making these, kind of remarks about him. Okay, so Sharon says, I didn't either. Good morning. All right, so this is the part of the messy. But I could be listening and you could be listening and I could be doing something else while I'm processing my you know, meltdowns or whatever. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Plotter said Danny posted about a lady I mod for in a racist. I haven't read her post. Now that would have been on. I can't imagine, but I can. I can't imagine, but I can. Because she has, I'm going to say everything is alleged in the um, chat. The comments are yours, fair use commentary. I'm just coming on quickly. Good morning. It's Messy Mocha. And okay. So Teddy Rich teamed up with trees. All right. Plotter says it was Dear Page essentially questioning your friend's race. Your friend being whom? Oh, okay. I get it. So, okay. All right. That makes sense. So, Rich and Trees, this is all alleged, are a team attacking Shandava, and DR or D for Danielle and Shandava are at I get it. All right. So now when Rich is talking about the letter and Gasha, I get why she's okay. Because she's counting his coins and she wanted to shut it all down. This is my opinion. She wanted to shut it down. So that's why she went on, this is just my opinion, showed the letter and said, like, okay, 5 hours of this, got it. So she's thinking that's going to shut down the conversation. That's why she's thinking it's being dragged out. So she dragged it out herself for 5 hours, 5.5 hours, in hopes that nothing more will be talked about. I get it. Okay. So then why did she say he's not black? So he's Asian, he's mixed. Well, he could explain that. I mean, so what? So what if he's mixed? What why he's still black. He showed his mother. He showed a picture of his mother. Now I didn't stare at it long, but he showed a picture of his mother at some point and she's black. At least she looked black to me. I mean, I didn't just sit there and look at it. But I never thought for one moment that he's not black. So I'm learning because I haven't been following all of these people. Okay. So, of course, when something is, a comment is made, I'm like, well, where did that come from? So then I go back and, taking a look because that struck me in an odd way. But so she can't talk, you can't have it both ways. Is it certain people that are mixed that are black and certain people that aren't? That sounds a little racially biased to me. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And now I understand, not, I don't accept it, but when she's making, kind of jokes about fortune cookies and all of that, and kind of Asian jokes. Now I get it. So she's taking a jab at that side of him. That, you know what, that would be like people talking about Tiger Woods. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so think of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods' father is black, but his mom is Asian. Do people go around saying that Tiger Woods is not thinking about Tiger as black? If you think about who looks at Tiger coming onto the golf course, one of the reasons that Tiger or a lot of African Americans started following golf was because of Tiger Woods being black, or at least they think of him in that way. Like he's the first to, win so many green jackets at for golf. So wouldn't Rich be like Tiger Woods? If I'm looking at it that way. That's my analogy of a African American person who is mixed with Asian. They're black. At least the majority of people that see them think that they're black, right? Am I missing something? I think it has more to do with, now that I look at how he was on Station Head before Shandava, he had a following. He had a following before he came to YouTube. I didn't know that. He had a following on Instagram and Station Head. I didn't know about him. But I guess he's likable because you know, he's likable, his own style, humor and whatever. He's quite edgy, at least from what I can tell. You know, that's his style. But she says that he's worse than Trees. I don't know what she's basing that on, but because I haven't listened to many of his videos. But now that she said that, it's kind of, creates a curiosity. So I looked at, a portion of a couple of his videos to try to figure out why she would have such a, I get it now. Why would she sideswipe him about his race? I get it. I get it. Is it because he, you know, is it because she even talked about him arching, his eyebrows, that she doesn't have to fix her eyebrows? So is she jealous of the way he looks? or or that he's making money on the what is it called? Letter gate. Uh and he's pretty good. All right. It's the Nike eyebrows. I don't have anything against Rich at all. So if he, I'm just, he can do whatever he wants. But I just think it's kind of funny because compared to Shandava, who's cuter? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, this is the messy part. Hello, good morning. Maybe maybe that's what it is. And maybe his mother is cuter than Shandova's. That's what it is. Okay, is he a shock jock like Howard Stern when he was on Station Head radio? He's still on Station Head, I would think. He's handsome. Yes. He's easy on the eyes. That's what people say. Baby Juju says Rich is very handsome. Okay. She sounds jealous. Love Win says she does sound a little jealous of Richard. Is his name Richard? Rich. Okay. RL. Richie. What am I going to call him? He probably doesn't like Richie. I don't know. But I could say Richie or Rich. Okay. Love Win says, I don't watch any new folks in this. I don't either. But the foundation could be, because she always talks about everyone's jealous of her. Okay. Jealousy could, yeah. That could be the angle. Hello to all grizzlies and honey bears. Good morning. Yeah. I just came on and started talking because I thought, you know what? Do you guys want to go over and listen to the beginning? Because she's talking about Rich is why I came on and like, this is what it is. Or is this what it's all about? Yeah, she's letting off some steam about Rich. Grab your mocha, grab your coffee. As a matter of fact, let me get some water. I haven't even played a good morning music song. How about this one? While I get a glass of water. All right, so I'm back and I'm going to post in the chat the link for Danielle Station Head, just in case we go over, I end this broadcast, go over, and maybe just listen to the part of where she's going in on Rich. But anyway, let's see who else is joining me for a little messy mocha. Viva. What are your comments? Angie Green Plotter. Good morning. Good morning. Sharon, Vicky Black. Old school. I see you up there. Where is Mimi? Hey, Mimi, wherever you are. I see you missed Station Head last night. Mhm. Mm. All right. Some of these comments. Sharon says, out of the blue, he's not black. Mm. This is just curious. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there is something to that. Mm, I don't know. I mm, I made a kind of a comment. When I heard this, this talk, this kind of jokes about the Asian, that part and what they eat or whatever, and right away it reminded me of when she was defending uh, someone and saying that a comment made about tacos. Remember that? I'd have to go back to the video. And it wasn't, I mean, it was something about it. Does anyone remember that? And yeah, we don't have to get into the details. But I would say that's like the pot calling the kettle black. Black. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hypocrisy to me. Yeah. All right. Let me go down to the bottom. Tacos. Well, was it baby juju? Okay. So for those of you who are not familiar with 2021, there was another content creator who is Mexican. Okay. And I call her Black Rabbit. Okay. Black Rabbit and D for Danielle, they're friends. Mhm. And a content creator, uh, so Deb, was on a panel and he made a comment. I'd have to actually pull the comment. All right. But it had something to do with food. All right. And he was called out for making a statement related to that, as kind of inferred that he was being racist about it. Mm. He didn't go on and on and on about it. But if you listen to her comments that she's making about Rich, she even mocks him, goes back and forth and mocks him, you know, repeating what he says. And then she goes into this, she doesn't speak Chinese, but, she's kind of imitating what she wants her audience to think. as a little skit of speaking in Chinese and then interpreting it in English. Okay, so she goes back and forth. Like, yeah, you'd have to hear it. So that was nothing even close to what. So Deb, uh, z- and I don't even know if he was repeating himself. But anyway, that's what. Um, who was that? Platter said something about tacos. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. So again, she was defending her friend about a comment, but on the other hand, she's going on and on about Rich, and even said he's not black. All right, would that be the same? There's there's something to it, but he's mixed, and uh, yeah, I don't know. Viva says the when it applies. In other words, she's cherry picking, I think. You know, in other words, it's the march for freedom when she wants to be, and oh, okay. All right. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. It's not me, says DR wants to take Rich down to fight Shandova's battle. I get it. I I see that. I didn't see that angle, but now I see it. Uh, she thinks she can punk Rich. Okay. Now I haven't heard all of his. I've only listened. I haven't even listened to like a total video of his. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out, based on her comments about him, why she had this, this kind of an angle with him. But I get it now. I get it now. It's about money. It's always about money. Watching someone else's success, or if they get views, or if they on YouTube, it's a platform that she spends. Yeah, she wants to be. Yeah, she said she's the leader in this sector. I get it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he has no filters. All right. All right. Anyway, Michelle says hi, Teddy and Chad. Again, there's a lot of new people on this platform who I'm unfamiliar with. Mhm. Yeah. Angie has a question. That's a fair question. Do you have to be black to be in the black tea sector? You mean like any kind of comments, or the short answer is no. The short answer is no, because then that would imply, certain biases too. He's blunt. It would kind of imply that everyone, well, in the black tea sector would have, um, would be racially biased, perhaps, against others who aren't, and would want to make comments or have a channel or whatever in this sector, I guess. Is that what you're saying? but I don't think so. No. Yeah. It's not me, says no, Angie, or Angie, no. DR makes up her own dumb rules to turn everyone against whoever she doesn't like. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, I've been on for half an hour. It's 10:09. He's blonde. I didn't really think I'd be talking about him this long on YouTube without maybe playing some of it on the station head, but it makes for good background. Yeah. All right. All right. That could be my messy mocha for this morning. Yeah. Anything else? So my question initially, now that so many people are on, would you want to hear what she said in the beginning of her video about Rich? Because now it makes sense to me. He's a makeup artist. Oh, that's why. Okay. She's making fun. All right. Yeah. He can do his brows better than she can do her brows. I don't know. You know, remember Willie Vanilli? Remember Willie Vanilli who was on YouTube? That's not that he reminds me, but it's the outgoing, like bubbly personality. Didn't that's why, people were drawn to Willie Vanilli. Did I call it correct? Willie Vanilli. I forgot about him for a moment. Did makeup too, didn't he? Yes. Willie Vanilli would was it yeah, Willie Vanilli would come on and he would, show the yes, and the lipstick and everything, talk about the colors, and he was a dancer. Yeah, yeah, he was a dancer. I yes, artist. He had a show and people like Willie Vanilli. Yeah. I would now I remember him well. Now that I think of it, I would watch his shows. He was very entertaining, and he would come, you know, in his, kitchen, and that's where he would do his YouTube shows from. Okay. Um that's why his brows are yes, snatched. She's going to talk about my brows. She says my brows. Well, that's because she has used some kind of something, like when she put up my picture, then she puts on these thicker brows and fuzzy. My brows don't look like that. Now, do I arch and pluck my brows? No, not like that. Uh, Lovewind says he was cute in his robe with his lip gloss glistening. Yes, and who who could he? I made a video once. I talked about yeah, yeah. Maybe he could show someone how to do their makeup. Yeah, yeah. Everybody thought that Willie Vanilli was cute too, or should I say, handsome or attractive? Okay. Uh, It's not me, says she has most, this is all alleged. She has most likely already looked into Rich's whole life since she's just now wants to go after. He has a great smile. Funny thing, he hasn't done anything to her. Yes, Willie Vanilli and Nosy. Those were the days, weren't they? Yes, I get it now. Makes sense. Michelle says, got another, yeah, got another person to go after. Are you surprised? Yeah, that would be a battle live to live. You're talking about Willie and, yeah, throwing out breadcrumbs. Yeah, there's probably a number of them. Yeah. Yeah. So I get it now. Hmm. I think totally, in my opinion. All right. Anything else? Would you like to hear any of that from the beginning on Station Ed? For those of you, I'm not going to go back to the dough portion, but maybe something different for a few minutes. And then that way I can work on something else, listen in the background. How many of you would like to hear that portion on Station Head, the beginning when she's uh, going, saying a few things about Rich? Mhm. Always fighting for someone she loves. Shandava. Okay. Good morning to Jumba. Yeah, I would need to end this live because it would, it would run rather long, and I wouldn't want to do that. A gap that long in my, unless I had already, got a video together for music. Yes, Bush babies. Yes. All right. So we've got a yes on that. The link is in the chat. I'm going to end this portion of the live. So keep your notification on for D for Danielle, and I will be over there shortly. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime when I come back, I think tonight, and analyze this mess. And then that way I can edit my video from last night, and then I can be prepared to do some other things before noon. Old school says, meet you on the other side. It's not me. Yeah, that's it for YouTube this morning and Messy Mocha. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Tuesday.